Now a play fake here on first down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for the Pats on 3rd. 56 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Yeah. Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
You can say a lot of things about the great play of Kiko Alonso, but the number one thing you will say, he will hit you.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount taking it in from a yard out. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions. And, boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. Gronkowski may have had to miss the Super Bowl with the injury, but he was active in that parade, and now he's back on the field. And I'll tell you what, something you mentioned to me is that he was a big cheerleader for his teammates, never hung his head through the injury, celebrated with them all the way through the title.
We've seen superstars in the past, when their team does well without them, they're happy, but they recede into the background, right? They get out of the way because it does hurt them a little bit. They do have pride. They want to feel like, hey, without me, they may take a little bit of a step back. But with Gronk, you never saw that. You saw him with him every step of the way, cheering his team on, happy for their success. They went 11-0 without him in 2016, but I know this, they don't want to try it again.
No,
they want the big fella back.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. That one good for 10 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And, look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find Big 87.
They'll run again with Blunt. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, two guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They come out here in the eye. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now a play fake. Brady. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back with the draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays.
And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Tannehill under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Alan Branch, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. 2nd down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. from the gun. Here's Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. This is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with guys that you don't normally think of as household names.
The parts keep changing for New England. That's the amazing part on offense, all right? Offensive linemen change, receivers change, running backs change.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line. They come out here in the I. 1st and goal here from the 2. They run with Perry. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. And his kick is right through. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle is starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. But Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
Blunt, the lone running back. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Phillips breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
9 yards to go. It's 3rd down. Gronkowski, slot left. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Now some teams use the running game just to bludgeon people. I think that Brady to Gronk does the exact same thing for them. Long, short, medium, they know how to connect.
In ways that sort of revolutionized the quarterback-tight end relationship. They can go, as you've told me before, they go medium, they can go short, they go long.
And the way that Gronk is used, he's not just a tight end. Oftentimes they'll put him on the backside of formation as the single wide receiver, and he runs routes exactly that way.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll go for it. It's Brady looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. They keep it on the ground again. It's Perry. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Look at the big man rumble. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
The point after try for Gostkowski. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. The interception. Here's Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Tannehill throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have two with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played one season as such.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's third down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Throwing on third down, Tannehill going deep here for Landry. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on fourth down. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here before we get to halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come up in an empty set. Four wide receivers, one tight end. Tannehill on first down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come up in an offset eye. They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The final shot before half for Brady. And his throw here's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive. drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Play clock winding down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Play action. It's Tannehill. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
They are going for it. It's Tannehill. And he's got him. It's the tight end Cameron. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah. After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Now it's Tannehill. It's caught. Cameron left side. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So they're going to go for 2.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Dion Lewis to return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in hand.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Shreds the tackle. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They come out here in the eye. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. Brady gives now to Blount. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Tight end here on the running play. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. A sea of Dolphins there that time in on the tackle. And quickly they get to the line. Now Blount. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Again, here's Blount. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the... It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Now he'll throw with Brady. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And the wideout in motion. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Brady now on 1st down. And he'll find his favorite receiver. That's Edelman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Shift together here from the D-line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Rob Gronkowski, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gronkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Tannehill on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 12 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a Miami 1st down. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The defensive end, Mario Williams, on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Blunt. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll be limited. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. His throw incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing again is Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Tannehill throwing again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Again, Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alan Branch in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just
And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Wide, 20.
Tannehill looking to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So with a second to play, they essentially need a recovery and a run back. And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist.